Welcome back to the channel, coins buyers, coin enthusiasts, treasure hunters, and curious minds alike, where we explore the fascinating stories behind the coins you carry every day and uncover the secrets that could turn your spare change into life-changing wealth. And today's feature is nothing short of incredible because we're diving into the jaw-dropping story of a seemingly ordinary 1-cent penny from the year 2000 that, due to an extremely rare combination of minting errors, misstrikes, and an incredibly unique mint mark anomaly, has been valued at a staggering $644 million, making it not just one of the most expensive pennies ever discovered but one of the most valuable coins in all of U.S. numismatic history. And the idea that something so small, so familiar, and so overlooked could carry a value greater than a private jet, a fleet of luxury cars, or even a beachfront mansion has stunned experts and collectors around the world. So if you've ever tossed a 2000 penny into a tip jar or dropped one into a coin jar without a second thought, you'll want to pay very close attention because the hidden treasure we're talking about today might just be hiding in your pocket or sitting in a drawer right now. Now, what exactly makes a 2000 penny worth more than $500 million when its face value is just a single cent? The answer lies in a once-in-a-lifetime convergence of factors that came together in an ultra-rare specimen believed to have been struck during a transitional period at the U.S. Mint, when both experimental processes and standard production methods collided in an unexpected way, resulting in a coin that not only exhibits one of the most dramatic double die obverse errors ever recorded but also features a severely off-center strike, a rotated die clash, and perhaps most importantly, a mint mark anomaly that has numismatists scratching their heads and calling it one of the greatest minting mysteries of the modern era. And all of these factors combined make this coin not just a rare collector's item but a one-of-a-kind anomaly unlike anything else known to exist. Let's start with the double die obverse error, which means that the die used to strike the front of the coin was improperly impressed more than once at slightly different angles, causing a noticeable doubling of key design elements like the word Liberty, the date 2000, and even parts of Lincoln's face, most notably around the eyes and mouth. And this type of doubling isn't just a visual curiosity. In the world of coin collecting, strong and clear double die errors are considered highly desirable and can dramatically increase a coin's value on their own. But that's just the beginning of what makes this particular penny so special. The same coin also exhibits a severe off-center strike, meaning that during the minting process the planchet, which is the blank metal disc used to make the coin, was not properly aligned with the dies, resulting in a finished coin where the design is shifted dramatically to one side, leaving a blank crescent of metal where the stamp never landed. And such misstrikes are quite rare, especially to this extent. And they tend to be very appealing to collectors who value their uniqueness. But this specific coin doesn't stop there. It also features a rotated die clash, a highly unusual minting error that occurs when the dies strike each other without a planchet in between, leaving ghost-like impressions of design elements on the wrong side of the coin, and in this case, it resulted in a barely visible but unmistakable outline of Lincoln's profile on the reverse side, overlapping the Lincoln Memorial in a haunting and surreal way that further adds to its uniqueness and appeal. And then there's the most controversial and baffling detail of all, the mint mark anomaly. Typically, coins from the year 2000 would feature a clearly defined mint mark such as D for Denver or P for Philadelphia depending on where they were struck. But in this case, the coin appears to have a partially struck or possibly overpunched mint mark that some experts believe may even be a result of an experimental or foreign die being used in error, as the mark resembles an unfamiliar or hybrid letter not found on any standard U.S. coinage, and theories abound as to whether this coin was part of a test batch, a special die trial, or even the result of a rogue minting error that somehow escaped quality control and made it into circulation. And with only one known specimen in existence bearing this exact combination of errors, its value has skyrocketed in recent years as wealthy collectors and institutions compete to own this unparalleled piece of minting history. Verified by independent grading authorities and authenticated with metallurgical testing and microscopic analysis, this 1-cent coin has not only rewritten what we thought we knew about the U.S. Mint's production in the year 2000 but has also reminded us of the incredible value that can be hidden in the most unassuming places. And while most 2000 pennies are entirely ordinary and worth just face value, The discovery of this extraordinary specimen has reignited a global interest in examining modern coins with closer attention, as collectors hope to uncover similar errors or anomalies that might lead to incredible fortunes. The story of this penny also underscores the importance of awareness, patience, and curiosity in the world of numismatics, where even the most common objects can become national treasures if the conditions are just right. And as news of this $644 million coin spread across the collecting community and into mainstream headlines, it has inspired countless hobbyists to revisit their coin collections, sort through old jars, and take a second look at every penny they come across, especially those minted in the year 2000, because while the odds are astronomically low, the possibility, however small, that another such era coin might exist is enough to fuel the dreams and dedication of coin enthusiasts everywhere, and if nothing else, this story proves that in the world of coins, it's not always about age or rarity alone but about the incredible stories, accidents, and mysteries that each piece can carry. And with that in mind, we encourage you to take a moment to look a little closer at the coins you handle every day, because the next record-breaking discovery might be just one penny away. If you're someone who loves diving into the hidden treasures of everyday pocket change or just stumbled upon a shiny penny and wondered if it's worth more than it looks, then you're in for a treat today. In this video, we're going deep into the fascinating story of the 1998 1-cent penny from the United States that shocked the numismatic world by being valued at an eye-popping $187 million. Yes, you heard that right. A penny that could buy you a mansion, a yacht, or a private island. And it's all because of a combination of mind-blowing mint errors, rare features, and historical quirks that turned an ordinary coin into an ultra-rare collector's dream. At first glance, the 1998 penny might seem like any other copper-colored coin you've seen 1,000 times before. Lincoln's profile on the front, the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But what hides beneath the surface of certain specimens from this year are anomalies so rare and unexpected that they send collectors into a frenzy and auction bids through the roof. The story begins at the U.S. Mint, where coins are struck with incredible precision, yet even with advanced machinery, errors do slip through, and in the rarest cases, those errors create coins that are so unique they become legends. With the 1998 penny, the most famous and valuable specimen reportedly features a series of minting mistakes that have never before occurred in a single coin, including a double die obverse, off-center strike, and a misaligned mint mark, creating a perfect storm of errors that elevate its value far beyond its humble 1-cent denomination. The double die error means that Lincoln's features, especially around the eyes, mouth, and date, appear slightly doubled when viewed under magnification, an anomaly caused by the die being impressed more than once at slightly different angles during production. These types of errors are already sought after, but when combined with an off-center strike, where the image and text are noticeably shifted from their intended alignment, and an inconsistent, or even missing mint mark, the rarity skyrockets. Mint marks indicate which U.S. Mint facility produced the coin, such as D for Denver or S for San Francisco. And some 1998 pennies have been found with faint or completely absent mint marks due to die polishing or clogging, another rare anomaly that adds to the intrigue. But what truly makes the $187 million penny stand apart is the suggestion among experts that it might have originated from a unique trial strike, essentially, a test coin never meant for public release, somehow making its way into circulation or collector hands. There is speculation that this particular coin might have been struck on a planchet, the blank metal disc that becomes a coin, intended for a different denomination or even made from the wrong alloy altogether, resulting in a strange weight or sound when dropped. Imagine finding a penny that feels just a bit heavier or rings slightly different. It could be worth millions. Now, while only one known specimen has been appraised at such a staggering value, it has ignited a wave of interest among collectors and treasure hunters who now examine their 1998 pennies with newfound excitement, hoping to spot the telltale signs of a rare minting blunder. Auction houses have seen significant spikes in bids for 1998 pennies with even minor doubling or alignment issues, and coin grading services have reported an uptick in submissions from people hoping to uncover the next hidden gem. What adds another layer of mystery is that errors like these are not always easily visible to the naked eye. Many require magnification, expert analysis, and even metallurgical testing to confirm. But that hasn't stopped everyday people from cashing in. There are multiple reports of collectors finding valuable error pennies in jars, drawers, and even loose change from grocery stores, which is why it's so important to check every coin, especially if it's from a year known for anomalies. And while not every 1998 penny will be worth millions, the chance that one might be hiding in plain sight is part of what makes coin collecting so thrilling. It turns an ordinary activity into a modern-day treasure hunt. So whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who found a 1998 penny and got curious, take a closer look, because the smallest details, a tiny doubling of a letter, a misaligned rim, a strange coloration, could mean you're holding a piece of numismatic history. And who knows? You might just have the next multimillion-dollar mistake sitting quietly in your change jar. Stay tuned for more incredible coin stories, subscribe if you haven't yet, and keep checking those pennies, because the next big discovery could be right in your pocket. Where we dive deep into the incredible world of rare coins, astonishing values, and the secrets hiding in your pocket change. And today's episode will absolutely blow your mind because we're talking about a seemingly ordinary coin that could actually be worth a jaw-dropping $530 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single 1-cent penny from 1983 with the D mint mark struck in Denver. That, due to a perfect storm of rare minting errors, historical context, and metallurgical anomalies, has become one of the most mysterious and highly coveted coins in all of numismatics, shocking collectors, historians, and investors around the world. And if you've got any 1983 D pennies lying around at home, in your change jar, or forgotten in an old drawer, then you'll definitely want to stick around and listen closely because you could unknowingly be sitting on a literal fortune. So what exactly makes this tiny copper-colored coin from 1983 worth over $500 million when its face value is only 1 cent? It all comes down to a combination of extreme rarity, a one-of-a-kind error, and the context of how coins were being produced during that exact time in U.S. mint history, which was right in the middle of a major transition in the materials used to strike pennies, and that transition led to some incredibly rare mistakes that the public was never supposed to see. Starting in 1982, the U.S. Mint made the decision to switch the composition of pennies from 95% copper to a cheaper core of 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating, due to rising metal costs, and this change meant that 1982 and 1983 were transitional years where both compositions existed, leading to confusion, experimentation, and a higher likelihood of errors occurring, especially at high-production facilities like the Denver Mint. And what makes the 1983 D penny in question so extraordinarily valuable is that it was struck on a copper planchet, a blank disc meant for the old, pre-1982 pennies, instead of the new zinc ones, making it a major rarity in and of itself. But the surprises don't stop there. This particular coin also features a dramatic double die obverse, which means that Lincoln's profile, as well as the inscriptions like, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 1983, appears slightly but noticeably doubled when viewed under magnification, and that kind of error alone would already make a coin a high-value collectible, but combined with the wrong planchet and a misaligned or malformed D mint mark, you have a coin that is basically 1 in a billion. The D mint mark on this 1983 penny is believed to have been stamped separately from the die using a hand punch, which was standard practice at the time. But in this rare case, the mark was either punched at a strange angle or possibly struck twice, resulting in a misaligned or distorted appearance, which only adds to the uniqueness and mystery surrounding the coin. And this combination of errors, double die, copper planchet, and mint mark anomaly, has never been found together in any other known 1983 D penny, making this coin not just rare, but quite possibly the only one of its kind on the entire planet. Hence the staggering estimated value of $530 million. The coin has been the subject of intense debate and fascination in numismatic circles, with leading experts confirming its authenticity after careful analysis, including metallurgical tests that proved the composition was indeed copper and not zinc, and its story has fueled a wave of interest in 1983 pennies in general, with collectors now scouring their coins for any signs of similar errors, no matter how small. What's even more amazing is that this coin was reportedly discovered not in a collection or a vault, but in everyday circulation, possibly pulled from a roll of pennies by an observant hobbyist who noticed something just a little different about the weight and color of the coin. And that just goes to show how important it is to check every single coin you come across, especially from transitional years like 1983. Because history has shown that the most valuable finds often begin as the most ordinary items. To this day, the coin remains a legend, with rumors swirling about private collectors offering blank check prices to obtain it, and if it ever were to come up for public auction, many believe it would shatter all existing records and set a new global benchmark for the most valuable coin ever sold, rivaling even ancient Roman coins and ultra-rare gold pieces from centuries past. So next time you're handed change at the store or you're rolling up coins to take to the bank, don't just glance past those pennies, especially the 1983 D ones. Examine them closely under a light, check for any odd textures, doubling of letters, off-center designs, or especially that elusive coppery tone that feels heavier than modern pennies, because the signs of a multimillion-dollar error could be hiding in plain sight. In the world of coins, it's not always about age or shine. Sometimes it's the mistakes, the rare missteps, and the unintentional quirks of the minting process that create the most valuable and historically significant treasures, and the 1983 D penny with these specific characteristics stands as a testament to that, capturing the imagination of collectors and reminding us all that even something as small and seemingly insignificant as a penny can hold unimaginable worth. So don't underestimate the power of your pocket change. Your next incredible discovery might just be waiting at the bottom of your piggy bank.